Hello, hello! How are you doing? Oh, thank you. That is very kind of you. You're too kind, really. Welcome to the Independence Day live stream. Thank you for physically being here, and thank you to the folks at home watching on the internet. You all look fantastic today, especially you. You're looking good. I don't think I'm telling any tales outside of school. But hi, my name is Jake Roper. I am the host of the YouTube science channel Vsauce3, and we have a lot of very exciting things to talk about, and a lot of exciting things to show you. As you can see behind us, it looks incredible, because we are here on location in New Mexico for Roland Emmerich's sequel to Independence Day. And that's kind of really all we know at the moment, isn't it? We don't even have an official title. If you go onto IMDb, it just says Independence Day 2, but that might change. Wink, wink. I don't know, I'm just winking at you now. We just have a connection. I'm sorry. I apologize if that's... Anyway, we're also going to have a lot of incredible guests that we're going to speak to who will be filling these currently empty seats. But our first guest is the man who we are honoring today for his latest film. His movies have been seen by audiences worldwide, and they are always so epic in scope and just in scale. I remember when I was a young lad, I got the Independence Day movie on VHS. I don't know if you remember this, but it used to have a holographic cover, and you could actually see the White House, and if you looked at a different angle, it was exploding. So I ripped that off, and I put it on my Trapper Keeper for school, and let me tell you, ladies went wild over that. It was fantastic. But please, without further ado, please, please, please help me in introducing producer, writer, and director, Mr. Roland Emmerich. Good to see you again. How are you?
I'm fine. I had a long shooting day, but that's what else is new?
And then you had a long walk, but you did admirably. It was fantastic. Good walk, right? Good walk. Oh, it was lovely.
And a couple of people here know that I first time have bad knees.
Do you?
Yes.
Well, I'm getting old. Now everyone knows.
Yeah.
Roland Emmerich has bad knees.
The world knows.
And since we're going to do firsts now, is there some info you could tell us about this movie? Maybe a title or something?
Well, you know, I think I have the pleasure to reveal the title.
You do?
It's called Independence Day Resurgence.
Fantastic. And if we can, let's take a look at these monitors. Yeah, there you have it. So Independence Day Resurgence, the official title of the film. And can you tell us why Resurgence?
Well, you know, it's a little bit of resurgence for us all. You know, it's like a very different world. You know, it's very, we call it in the film the War of '96. So it's like a post-World War generation, which is like unified. And that's like amazing to see a world come together with a common enemy. And that's a resurgence.
Very cool. And then, can we talk about what's behind you? What are these two giant things?
That's like actually this the moon shuttle bay.
Okay.
That's just one of our smaller sets, you know.
This is a small set. Okay.
And on the right side you see a moon tug, we call it. It's like kind of the workhorse. And this here is the human alien fighter. Has like the same technology, anti-gravity engines.
Perfect. So you combine a little bit of our technology with alien technology to form...
Well, that's like this world cannot build alien technology, but it can harvest it.
They can repurpose
We
it.
all became Chinese or Japanese. No, I can do it.
Fantastic. And then let's, if I may, introduce the people who are going to be inhabiting one of these sets, some of the sets, all of the sets eventually, the cast of Independence Day Resurgence. We have... First, Jeff Goldblum. Yes, bring it up. There we go.
One more try, eyes. One for me.
We have to use it all up.
Oh,
Then we have Bill Pullman, Judd Hirsch, Vivica A. Brent, Angelababy, Monroe, Jessie, Usher, and last but but certainly not least, Mr. Hemsworth. And just one more time, let's give it up for the cast of Independence Day Resurgence, please.
Now, nobody was ready to watch
Yeah,
it.
no.
Now I'm
Brent, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No understudies.
Hi, how you guys doing?
Awesome.
Awesome, I like it.
She's on?
Oh, they are on. Yes, they are.
We're doing well. That's good.
We're doing
So,
great.
I have just a ton. This is all just questions. Hard-hitting questions.
Bring them.
All right, the first is for Roland. It has been 20 years since Independence Day redefined the genre of the epic disaster movie. What is it about this world and these characters that made you come back to it?
Well, first of all, I'd never wanted to do it, which is always a good beginning, right?
Yeah.
And then, like because technology kind of advances. When I was shooting 2012, I said, oh my God, what can you do this today? And then actually in Chester, I talked to Volker Engel, who was the visual effect supervisor of the first film. I said, Volker, what could we do? And he said, it would be such a different movie. And then, when you kind of start thinking about something as a director, your head is, coming up with images. And then there is kind of just a need to get these images on the screen.
Wonderful. And now, the next question is for Jeff.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Jake.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Did you ask it already?
Yes. What do you think about that?
Good question.
Thank you so much.
I must have missed it. What did you? What's
I
your
know you're
question?
lost in the shirt again. It happens.
Did you see that shirt? I got lost in that shirt.
It happens. Just take it in. Take it all in.
Beautiful
if we
shirt.
could.
Beautiful shirt.
Thank you. So, Jeff, the question is, in the first
Yes, sir.
film, David Levinson was a key player in just, saving the planet. So it's been 20 years now, and his character is even more important. How has Earth and your character been preparing the past 20 years?
Well, good question. Who knows what we can give away, but let me see. In a nutshell, and you'll stop me if I'm giving away too much. In a nutshell, so we're here. When the movie comes out, it's going to be 2016, right?
You can't really
so it's as
talk
if-
in a nutshell. You can never talk in a nutshell. we don't have nutshells big enough to hear you. A balloon.
I'll make this pithy. The world has advanced time-wise in exactly real time. So when this comes out, it's 2016, but the events of 1996 that we made up have happened, and so the world is different. I, for instance, am now, as you say, the director, so-called, of this Earth space defense. Mm-hmm. So it's my job to lead the way in making sure everybody's safe on this precious and beautiful planet, and that all our lovely species, including all the species, can live well. And of course, now we're having faced that last challenge. We're all working in a beautiful way, under not the best circumstances, across borders. Borders are no longer relevant in the same way, and that's a very beautiful idea. In the brotherhood and sisterhood of mankind, we're working together, and so we've figured it out. We've tried to, I think one of the things maybe that might be interesting to you is that the technology that we found from the downed ships has been appropriated and married with some of our technology. So we're ready with a bigger punch and some bigger shields.
Cannot say that.
But never mind, we can't say that. That's one thing I can't say that.
Forget everything you just heard.
Delete that. Anyway, there's some of it.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was quite the nutshell.
That was.
So, Brent, hi.
Hey,
How you doing?
good, how are you?
Good. Hey. Good to see you.
What's your question?
In
Oh,
Independence
sorry,
Day,
it's not your
fine.
question, is it?
It's a question
Yeah, a question, yeah.
directed towards you.
Yes.
Your character, Dr. Oken, was thought to have been dead, I would guess. But in this movie, you're obviously still here because you're on stage. Is he still as excitable and manic as he was in the first film?
You're saying I'm still alive?
You didn't know.
This
No
is
one told you?
exciting, this is exciting. Is he, you know what, is he, yeah, of course he's as manic and excitable as he was before. As a matter of fact, I'm as manic and excitable as he was before.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, he has a
absolutely.
new wig.
What's
you have a
that?
new wig. It's even longer.
It's longer.
Yeah.
My wig.
Yeah.
That's not a wig.
I know.
You weren't supposed to give that away. Yes.
Shit.
My hair grows very fast, and it is longer.
Yeah.
Because, well, I can't tell you why.
Yeah.
No.
All right, and then Mr.
Star
President?
Star Trek. That's why.
or Bill Pullman, as we know you now. You had some really memorable moments in the first one, especially your speech. And yes, right, the speech.
Yeah.
Woo, that speech! And now that we're getting closer to July 4th, Independence Day, do a lot of people come up to you and ask you to recite it, kind of as I am doing right now?
In a pithy nutshell, yes.
Oh, that was like the Spark Notes version. Very good.
Actually, no, I realized today, because we're doing press in this weird way 1 year ahead of when we're actually going to see the movie. Can I say that? Yeah. But anyway, yeah, we are prepared. We are prepared, but I realized when people, how many people wanted me to say the speech, and they say, could you say so the speech for it? And then it would be a big burden to duck the question, I felt, because I'm basically a nice person. I want to oblige them, but it's too much. Mm-hmm. And so I realized what they want you to say is, I don't want to, but do you know the speech? And that's where they all shine. I've seen about 1,000 different versions.
Yeah, does anyone know it from heart? Come on, it's fine. You can be honest.
Well, Dean, you wrote it. Actually, when Dean wrote it, little
So
tidbit,
he knows.
he came out of this room, we always writing, and he said, that it's a rough speech. We change it later.
And then never changed. Never changed, yeah.
After that.
Woo! So, Sela,
Yes.
you are now the president. Congratulations.
am.
Woo! That's a big honor.
Isn't that wonderful? Do you know who we have to thank for that?
Who?
Our fabulous director, forward-thinking, non-sexist, awesome, socially responsible Roland Emmerich.
Woo!
Yes.
Thank you.
But
So,
he's not voting for her.
it's all right. Don't let him know that's a spoiler. In the first movie with Bill Pullman's character, did that inspire your character at all? Is your president just entirely different from the one that we've seen before?
Entirely different. It's a totally different political landscape. She's tougher. She's more decisive, not afraid to use force, more aggressive. Sorry, Bill. She's a very different animal because the times. What did he say?
Can you fly a jet?
Damn it, I can't, and they're not letting me either. It's a very different time. We've been preparing for 20 years for the inevitability of an invasion, we don't know by whom, and we don't know when. There's a very different climate in terms of the tenor of the movie, and particularly for a president.
Very cool. And now we move on to Maika.
Yes.
Yeah, you're ready. Okay. So when we last saw you, Patricia Whitmore was a young child.
Yes.
And now it's obviously been 20 years. You're a lot older, and you're also just a really kick-butt Secret Service agent. Is that what you are now?
Kind of, yeah.
Is that what we can call it?
I mean, do we want to call it a secret?
Okay, we won't say it. We'll wait. We'll wait until the movie.
Should we give this away, what she is? No. No, it's like kind of actually, Maika, you shouldn't give it away.
I shouldn't give it away. I'm not going to say
You're very
anything.
accomplished, say that.
Again, forget anything happened.
Nothing happened.
So then, is your character now 20 years in the future? What events have kind of shaped who they are now, and what difficulties or challenges does she face in the current film?
I mean, Roland, what can I say? What am I allowed here?
It's like, can I just talk about your character? It's like, well, first of all, you have to deal with a very famous father right here.
Yes.
Sits here,
Yes.
looking like Ernest Hemingway, and you're like kind of one of these, children which grew up in the public eye, right?
Yes.
And you're working for me in the White House.
Yes, I work. Yes. Yeah, I work with Sela here at the White House, and I have to live up to my dad, and he was huge, and I want to make him proud, and also fighter pilot as well. So kind of a badass, I think.
Fair enough. And now Jessie. Hi, Jessie.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. Good to see you.
You too.
So your character of Dylan Hiller is the son of Will Smith's character from the first film.
Correct. Let's not forget about
Okay,
Mom.
I know, and then we also have your mom. I'm getting there. We got your mom, Vivica A. Fox.
Jasmine Hiller, she's 2 seats down from you. Yeah, she can reach you from there. You should be careful.
This is awkward. It's like getting in front
It's
of
too late.
baby cub and mama bear. So anyway, let's just keep moving forward. Did Will Smith's portrayal of his character influence your character?
I mean, I think that's also a partial question for the writers, but I would say so, of course. I mean, he grew up in the world that his dad saved. So you can only imagine, what being the son of the world's savior is kind of like. So he yeah, it's a lot of pressure. He's under that shadow sort of, but it's not a negative thing at all. He kind of just took it for what it was and made the most out of what he could with it.
Very cool. And good work, Mom, as well. Obviously,
Great
raising
work,
a lovely
Mom,
boy.
for keeping him level-headed.
And now Angelababy.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
You just started on the film, right?
Yeah.
So can you tell us about your character?
Okay, I'm the new character in this movie, and my character is Rain as a Chinese fighter pilot. Yeah, a tough girl.
And were there any
That's
characters
tough.
from the first film that kind of influenced your direction with your character?
I love the first film, and I think give me the story about what happened 20 years ago and why I become a fighter pilot. Maybe because I don't have parents.
Oh, wow.
It's a tough
That's a
job.
secret. That's a secret.
So many secrets.
All right, Liam. You get to operate that awesome tug behind us.
Yep, that's me.
So how did your character, who's new to the series, Jake, get to do this? What made him so lucky?
Well, it's actually kind of unlucky how he ends up in that ship. Jake lost his parents to the first attack, and he grew up in an orphanage, and eventually joined the military and became a fighter pilot, and ended up in sort of the best of the best fighter pilots. And I think his ego kind of got in the way and made a bad mistake, a bad decision, and kind of put someone's life at risk. And he got the great job of driving this moon tug, which is basically a forklift on the moon, where he gets to move around different pieces on the moon, which is not really an exciting job for a fighter pilot like himself.
But
He's a
you get
pretty
to work on the
energetic
moon.
guy. He likes to do exciting things. That's not so exciting to Jake. Yeah.
They're
your character's
going to
kinda stuck.
rewrite. They're going to rewrite for you.
Excuse me?
They're going to rewrite something for you.
What do you mean?
You're going to
A
like
rewrite?
It. You're going to like it better than
Okay.
this tug show.
So we just reshoot everything we've shot for the last 5 weeks? Is that what's happening?
Please not.
This is news to me, but thanks for... Yeah.
Hey, it's fine. Well, we're bringing you the news first, everybody. Here we go. Vivica,
Yes, darling.
your character of Jasmine had some incredible scenes in the first film. Like the tunnel sequence with the dog and the kid is always one of my favorites. Love it. And then now your character has even more responsibility.
Yes.
Can you tell us what your character is doing?
Well, my character's no longer working the pole. She was kind of like the stripper with a heart of gold. I can say that, right? Okay. And now what's great is that 20 years later that she's moved on and she's now working in the hospital as a hospital administrator. And she's doing good things in the hospital, saving lives, and raising a very responsible young man down there, played by Jessie Usher, who I met on Twitter, and it was crazy that today was literally the first day that we saw each other, but we've literally been talking to each other. And you voted for the cast. They lost. Boom! I'm sorry, I had to say that.
Okay, let's not go there right now, Mom.
Golden State. I just had to run. He was so devastated behind that, but she's raising her son to, be a strong man and be all that he can be. So she's a strong character again. I don't know if I'm going to have any great hair moments through the tunnel again, but they've definitely written her to be very strong and to have great moments, and more importantly, to be the backbone behind her son and encourage him to be all that he can be.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's a solid character.
Solid.
Solid.
Yeah, like
And yeah,
Golden State.
You were great in Sharknado.
Oh, you were great too.
No,
My
you were-
God.
yeah.
Did you hear about the ratings we did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were in the back seat.
We do a lot of sci-fi movies together, you guys. Yeah. Yeah.
So actually now, Judd, we've seen a little bit of your dynamic with Jeff on stage now. And in the movies, you guys had such great characters and you worked so well together. What can we expect from your father-son dynamic in the new one?
Well, if I could get a word in edgewise with Jeff Goldblum even on the set, I think we're liable to develop a relationship. Relationship will not be decided, by what Roland shoots. I think you don't know that yet, Roland, but he keeps telling us to do whatever we want. Don't ever tell Jeff Goldblum to do whatever you want. Because we did, in the original, we had this long automobile. We were going to Washington, D.C. Remember, we were the only car going down there? Mm-hmm. and we never saw anybody because we were in the car all the time. And we had these people saying, all right, next take. About 14 takes. And we had about 4 words to say to each other, maybe 4. We said about 19,000 words together, and we don't know what was going to come out on tape. I mean, in the movie. I had to see the movie to find out, most of the stuff we said wasn't in the script. we just got a little, cabin fever, as they say. And Jeff and I just made it up, right? It got to be, we were talking about what a pain in the ass it was to be in the set. And it turned out to be that we were pains in the ass driving, Exactly. Yeah.
And
What'd you ask
singing.
me?
And singing.
I think we got it in there.
What's going to be different, you mean, about our relationship?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. When I read the second one, I realized that I got to think through Roland's head because that's why he wanted us to be in it, wanted me to be here. Because he really wanted the relationship to be a very, very strong one, no matter where we were. That I needed to know where my son was. And it all goes back to the history of our real life, which we didn't write. Right? I brought him up. Mm-hmm. His mother died early. So our connection was always very, very close. In other words, I would worry about him any day of the week, and he did the same. And he the same thing. So my arc in the movie is to get to him. All right. I'm not going to tell you what happens, but I'm saying that's my arc in the movie. That's what they wrote. Get to him.
That was the direction.
And live. Stay alive and get to him. Remember,
Jeff,
we saved the world.
Anything to add, Jeff? You seem there's a lot of emotions on your face.
Oh yeah, no, that's right. We love each other. I love him very much, and I think part of besides all the spectacle, which will be more than we've ever seen, I know. It's Roland's personal, soulful, humanistic sweetness that I think has sort of resulted in a story about people who love each other, basically. And
I paid him for that.
Yeah. It's
Well said. Very good.
All right, now we have some fan questions from social media because Fox is very tech savvy. Is what they wrote there for me to say. The first one comes from Molavera7, and this is for Roland. And this person asks, what cool new weapons are humans using to fight the aliens this time?
Well, it's like behind us, that's part of it. We harvest alien technology and make it our own.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what we do.
Very cool. And then we have another one for Brent.
Yes.
This is from Dean Locations.
You made that up.
Yeah, I know. There's nothing written there.
Yeah.
What was it like returning to the Independence Day family after 20 years?
Well, I actually don't start working until Wednesday. So, so far it's been fantastic. No, truly, to be honest, I've seen everybody. We've hugged and kissed, and it's a thrill. It really is a thrill to be back working with Roland and Dean and Jeff and Bill and Viv and what's your name? Judd. And all these young whippersnappers that I don't know, and Sela, my gosh, it's thrilling. It really is. It's like swimming in a rainbow with thousands of naked cherubs,
That's the tagline for the movie, isn't it? That's it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's a good one.
You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I just so many images in my mind. And then we have one for Liam from J Fun Cannon, who asks, what should fans be excited for the most in Independence Day 2?
Say you.
Lots of things.
Yeah.
I would say that the scope of this film is much bigger than the last one. Yes? Would you agree with me, Director Roland?
Yes.
Yeah. We
have to.
We have hybrid technology of human technology with the alien technology that we've acquired from the previous attack, and bigger everything, I'd say. Yes, bigger everything. Is that those excitable things? Bigger's better, right?
To put it. Yeah.
Bigger is better. So there are lots more bigger things.
I had once a movie called Size Does Matter. Oh no, it's called Size Does Matter.
So there you go, J Fun Cannon. Size does matter. Last fan question is for Jeff, and it is from Tiana J.K. Lal, who asks, Jeff Goldblum, you faced both dinos and aliens in your time. If you had to meet one in real life, which would you pick?
Oh, so good.
I don't know. I think if I had to face them in real life, dinos, aliens. I don't know. Can anybody suggest a plan of action for me? Well, I don't know.
They'll both kill you.
No, dinos. The dinosaurs were never on the planet with people, as we know. It's a lovely fantasy to put them together. Hopefully, any animal, any other species that's here, you hope not to encroach on their territory so they can live as comfortably and equally rightfully as we do. I believe that we're not spiritually superior to any species. Makes me think of that.
Man of peace.
Aliens. Carl Sagan and people who know tell us that based on the logic of the size of the universe, there's probably something out there. Likelihood is there's something out here. We've never had people who really know. There's no evidence that there's ever been any visitations. And if they came, I mean, it's nice for the purposes of our movie. But if they came, hopefully we'd see that really this business of fighting over territory or resources is stupid, is grossly stupid.
They can be really small. They can be really tiny people too, like little puppies.
They could be.
We could get along with them a heck of a lot better than we thought.
But I don't think there's anything to be afraid of.
Oh, look how cute, little alien. How cute. Where'd you come from? Okay.
I feel like you've had that answer bottled in you for a long time. You've just been waiting to talk about alien politics, alien-human relations.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, you know. All right. Well, I think that's the perfect place to end this. So thank you all for coming to speak with me, and thank you for hanging out with us. But if we could, before we leave, can we do a giant group photo? Is that all right? Just a big group photo with everybody here. We're gonna.
We standing?
Oh, everyone. And there's the selfie stick.
Oh, you go.
Fox knows technology.
Is this possible? So if I do
We figured it out? We got it? So thank you so much for coming, and thank you everyone watching on the live stream. Let's give a big round of applause for the cast of Independence Day Resurgence, and we'll see you summer 2016 for Independence Day Resurgence. Thanks.